Mr. Apman uses belt on me. Anything he sees, iron, belt, stick, or he can even use stone, sir.
Welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, see, I have a guest in the house. Mercy, introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Melcy. In fact, I'm called teacher Melcy.
You must have seen the topic, we're dealing with the trending issue right now in Nigeria, right? You guys have heard about the Don Davis issue, about the boy that was molested. But then we're doing this video because, first of all, as teachers, we want to react and then see the learning from this video, what we've learned as teachers, and our suggestions to teachers, yes. As teachers, what do we think? Then we're also doing these videos because both of us went to a boarding school. So you see, 2 in 1, but teachers went to boarding school. Then we're parents also. So we want to just react. If you've not seen that, I'm going to insert some of the videos in here so that you can be updated if you haven't seen that video.
Tell Nigeria your experience in Deeper Life from October 8th. Oh yeah.
When I go to Deeper,
they are not hearing you.
When I go to Deeper Life School, because I bedwet, Mr. Apman uses belt on me. Anything he sees, iron, belt, stick, or he can even use stone, sir.
Stone. Okay.
Because I bedwet, they now put
be loud.
They now transfer me from the SS1 dormitory to SS1.
Who authorized the transfer?
Mrs. Ndidi told Mr. Joseph came now to transfer me from the SS1 dormitory to SS1.
Okay.
Then there was 2 boys named Ola and Shalom.
Call their name again.
Ola and Shalom.
Okay.
They used to put their hand inside my anus. They used to put their hand inside my anus, and they would bring out feces from my anus, and it would be doing me somehow. They would not use that same hand and beat me.
So, did you report to anybody when this happened?
No.
Why didn't you report to Ndidi or principal or vice principal or house headmaster? Why didn't you report to them?
Because they said they will kill me if I report to anybody.
Who said he will kill you if you report?
Ola and Shalom.
Who is this Ola and Shalom?
The SS1 students.
Are they seniors?
Yes.
And the housemaster does not know that they were doing that to you?
Yes.
Why didn't he know? He doesn't sleep with you people?
He sleeps with us.
When they do that, is it in the morning time, at the bedroom, or the toilet, or what time did they do these things to you?
12 o'clock, when everybody has slept.
12 o'clock, when everybody has slept?
Yes.
Headmaster too will sleep?
Yes.
I mean, what do you call him?
Principal.
No, the one that used to stay in the hostel.
Hostel master.
Hostel master will sleep too.
Yes.
You won't know what will happen.
Yes.
And you never try to report to them.
Yes.
Now, your vice principal told me on the 15th I came that I said I had a dream. The vice principal told me that he once called you and asked you why you are walking and you're you are walking and you open your leg to walk like a woman. Why didn't you seize that opportunity and tell him that see what is happening to you? Why didn't you seize that opportunity and tell him? Don Davis, the vice principal on that 15th said he has called you earlier on. That's the man, no, not that's the principal. That he has called you earlier on to ask you, why are you walking with your 2 legs wide open? Why didn't you tell him that time that Kola and Shaddam is doing that, is putting hand in your bum bum? Talk, speak loud, you are talkative, talk.
Vice principal, they'll kill me.
Who are the day that will kill you?
Ola and Shalom.
Okay. So now, what did Akpan do to you when they brought you back to GSS1 hostel after I left?
Mr. Appan was still beating me.
Okay. Why does he beat you?
Because I bedwet.
You said one day he was beating you. Who came to rescue you from him?
There was the hostel master called...
Speak up, speak up.
Mr. Michael.
Who?
Mr. Michael.
Came to bail you from him?
Yes.
He was beating you on the floor?
Yes.
Because you finished weeing?
Yes.
And Mr. Michael came to bail you from him?
Yes.
And when Mr. Michael came to bail you, they were holding him, he refused to leave you?
Yes.
So what did Mr. Michael tell him?
Mr. Michael told him that he didn't want to kill this boy. He said
You want to kill this boy?
Yes.
So he now said what?
he doesn't care.
He doesn't care if he kill you or not. I pay them way above $500,000 to kill you. No, you know, they call me that I should send them deodorants to you, that you are smelling like gutter. Why were you smelling like gutter?
Because I didn't bathe for 2 weeks.
You didn't bathe for 2 weeks. And no teacher, why didn't you bathe for 2 weeks? Water is not running or what?
Yes, Olange, the senior said that juniors are not allowed to use senior system.
I didn't hear that.
Juniors are not allowed to use senior system.
That's why you didn't bathe for 2 weeks.
Yes.
So the only thing teacher could do was to come in to bring your and say they smell like gutter. And nobody noticed that you didn't bathe. And you started bathing after that 15th I came to school, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to be asking Mercy some questions, right? Like, first of all, Mercy, what came into your mind when you saw this video, the first video? What just came into your mind, first of all, as a parent?
When I saw the first video, my goodness, I had goosebumps all over me. I could not just imagine someone doing that to my son. I know, you know, when the woman posted the picture of the child she sent to school 2 months ago, and the picture of the child she went to pick from school, my goodness, it was heartbreaking. I tell you, it was really heartbreaking.
Then, as a teacher, how did you feel? As a teacher,
I was like, what?
so like this is 2 in 1.
What? How could that have gone unnoticed? How? Many teachers, from the principal, the vice principal, and boarding house master, how could that abuse have gone unnoticed?
Then as somebody who went to boarding school, see, as somebody who went to boarding school, now flashback.
As a boarder, honestly, I never experienced anything like that.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
never did. Yes, the seniors were mean, you know.
Yes,
Yeah, they were mean,
the
but not
bullies.
that kind of meanness where someone will be inserting things into my private part, and I mean, it's crazy.
I'm just thinking about it. Would I have shushed if something like that had happened to me in secondary school? Would I have kept quiet? Because there were some things that happened to us in secondary school, honestly, in the boarding house, that I'm beginning to realize now as an adult, and I wish I did something about it. I wish I talked about it. Like those times where they would ask us to submit water for inspection, and then they would ask us to submit 2 buckets of water. And when you don't submit these 2 buckets of water, you get flogged. And we just went as normal, and they tell us that when you get to senior class, you're going to do the same thing to other seniors. And then the next question on my mind as an adult is, this school was supposed to provide us with water in the first place.
Yes.
So why should we submit buckets of water for inspection? And they knew that these seniors were flogging us if we did not submit 2 buckets of water. So these were some of the things that came flashing in my own head. Like, honestly, I just wish some things would stop in Nigeria. Honestly. Then what was your thoughts on the boarding house master, especially the one who kept flogging the boys on the head?
Okay, that was really crazy. Because a child wheezes. Like I don't even think he can remember his own childhood. Because a child wheezes. Because I know one thing about weed is that so many children stop bedwetting at different points in their lives.
That's true.
Some even as teenagers, you know, they still bedwet, maybe 13, 14, they still bedwet. Some we know they have bladder issues, but it's just that I don't really know, I didn't get that part of if this boy had a particular issue or not. Okay, because I saw some people trying to shame the mother and saying things like, how could you send a child who is bedwetting to school? So because the child bedwets, the child shouldn't go to school. The child shouldn't, okay, because the child is blind, the child should not be allowed to learn.
That's it.
It's crazy.
But when we were in school, didn't you have students who were bedwetting?
There were students who were bedwetting. I bedwetted.
I did it, but I had a bunkmate who was bedwetting on my head. I did. So it was a normal thing, kind of.
And truly, in my JSS one, I bedwetted, and in the middle of the night, I got up, I rolled up everything, I brought out another one, and just I put it there. And in the morning, I went to wash up.
The reason why we're doing this is because
of teenagers.
Yes, we had experience in boarding school.
And then
so we saw these things happen.
Teacher flogged this boy. In our own time, I think it was just the shaming, you know, the shame you, people shame you. So because you don't want them to shame you, you want to hide. But that's amongst the students. Also a teacher. To be flogging a child and saying he doesn't care if he kills him.
My God.
That teacher is not fit to be in that school or in any school.
Yeah. Another thing that caught my attention was when you said that the boy was always being abused in the dormitory at midnight. And then I asked myself, there was something we experienced in boarding school, and that's bed check, right?
Yes.
At midnight, somebody would come around to check us, right? Then it was seniors would come around. Junior class. Seniors would come around. But then there were times when teachers would go around to do a bed check. To be sure, the reason why they were even doing bed check was to see whether students were in the school or whether they were on their bed. But I thought that if this thing was happening every time, right, every day, somehow an adult would have found out. Because with the way private boarding schools are built now, they usually have dorm masters live with the students, or like us. Then we just have them in staff quarters.
Exactly.
But yeah, they have dorm masters living in the dormitory with them. So,
and I'm wondering, is it that they give him something to oversleep? And he sleeps and sleeps and he doesn't hear a sound. Okay, even if you did not hear the sound, okay, did you not notice that awkward movement in that child? That movement that the mother saw when she came to visit the child. You are not walking normally. The boarding house or the boarding room, whatever master that stays with the children, did he not notice that there's something strange about this child?
And apart from leaving the boarding house master, you know we have boarding house masters. You have class teachers or like form masters, the people that are in charge of your class. Then you now have subject teachers. So the child has encountered different adults, right? But they said that the vice principal noticed.
That's what the mom said.
That's what the mom said.
Said she noticed the boy was walking like
somehow,
a girl.
Like a girl.
That is even unacceptable.
For you to have even made that statement.
That is unacceptable. How does a girl walk?
Right,
he was walking with two legs apart, and then he called the boy and said, "What's wrong with you?" And the boy said, "Nothing." Is that how the boy came to your school?
But
was that how the boy? Is that how a boy should walk? Is that how a child should walk? So when the child was walking like a girl, didn't you think that something was happening to that child and you just let it slide? You are also not fit to be in that school.
Exactly. Okay. So then I also want to say that for teachers, this is a suggestion. We're not trying to form like superhuman beings or super teachers like 100% professional. No, we're just calling our attention to teachers to say that you have to pay attention to details, right? If you've called a child and you told the child, okay, you're working like this and the child has said nothing, so you let the child go.
Probe. Anything that is not normal is not normal. Probe and find out why it is not normal.
I think this is the problem that we have in this part of the world, because I think that some of these people are not even trained, like dorm masters. Sometimes these private school owners, let's just say, call a spade and not an agricultural equipment or a building job. A spade is a spade. You know why?
It is a spade.
Do you know that some of these dorm masters are dumb? Some of these dorm masters are some of these dorm masters are dumb, right? Yes. And you know why they are dumb? Most of the people that are employed by private schools as dorm masters are unskilled people. Do you know that?
Yes.
Some of them are semi-skilled. I'm talking from experience of somebody who went to boarding school. Some of them are semi-skilled. Some of them are unskilled. So you just have one Yashikra. Sorry if that's your name.
Some of them will even be skilled, but they are
not trained.
They are stale.
So there's one 70-something-year-old woman, 60-something-year-old woman as your matron like me. We have older women
who is applying the experience of 1950-something to this age.
So sometimes they're not even trained. So it's the kind of woman that like, how you waka like that? I beg you waka where just do your
waka like girl.
Do you understand? That's for dorm masters and dorm mistresses. That's most private schools or some private schools that don't want to abuse the word most. That some private schools would hire. In this part of the world, I think the Nigerian thing, you want to save cost. So you just hire cheap people that you can pay just any amounts to come in and all of that. So you put somebody who is not experienced, who is not trained, who is not psychologically trained, who does not have anything that has to do with theory of human behavior, to be with children, studying them now, and not understand how that will work. So I think that's a problem. And that Mr. Akpan, in my opinion, that Mr. Akpan that kept coming into the picture, that name that they said that he was always busy with flogging. In my opinion, that man is not trained.
You see, it's not only that man. As far as I'm concerned, every adult who has had a contact with that child within those 2 months and did not notice this child is going through something, we need to check all of them. We need to check all of them.
Yeah.
Every adult, class teacher, form
master,
house master,
dorm master.
Then we need to check that system. That means that it is not happening to only that child. There's a lot of fear in the system, and everybody is just shh. That school needs to be checked, please. For the other children that are not speaking up, I beg you, please, let's do something about that system, please.
And this is also to expose some of the things happening in boarding schools, especially in this part of the world. For those that have not been paying attention to details, I think this is the time we began to pay attention to details. Now, what would be your suggestion to teachers generally? Like
Teachers.
What the ones in school?
Teachers, please. Learning has gone beyond the whiteboard and the marker. Okay, I need every teacher to know that you're dealing with a soul. You're dealing with a soul. I think that's the difference between the teachers and the doctors. Doctors deal with the bodies and the internal organs, but we deal with the soul of our students, okay? So if this child is counting on you to turn out right or not, please pay attention to details. Sometimes children are being abused at home and nobody in the house notices. But the teacher can notice, because this child will be withdrawn, the child will be groomed, a child that used to be vibrant, and boisterous will just suddenly become the teacher would notice. And if the child says, I'm fine, please, because the situation is not fine, probe.
Yeah.
You need to probe. However you want to cajole. If probably somebody had noticed, would have been able to help this child.
What would be your suggestion or your advice to parents? Because it's not only about teachers, what about parents? What would you say to parents, especially parents that have children in boarding schools, and when these children come back, their parents are like, are you okay? What happened? Children are like, I'm fine.
One important thing we need to build in every child is self-esteem. We need to build their self-esteem. We need to build their confidence. Very, very, very important. I'm glad that Don Davis was able to open up to his mom as soon as he left that environment. I'm very, very glad, because I watched the first video when he was speaking to the mom, I think in the kitchen or in the store somewhere, when he was opening up. I'm glad he was able. Some children would keep quiet. They will refuse to say anything. They should be able to open up to you. They should trust you that you will go to the ends of the earth to defend them. And we should learn to believe our children. Some parents will say, it's a lie, you are part of them, it never even happened. Learn to believe the children, learn to listen to them.
First.
That's exactly what she did. She listened to her son and she decided to fight for her son, and she refused to be intimidated.
Yeah, I like that fact that she was very confident, that she knew what she was saying. She was sure about what she was saying. She was sure about that challenge. She was also very sensitive. From the time she had that dream, remember the time she said
the dream.
She was sensitive. She was sure something was going wrong.
Yes.
And I think a lot of parents have missed it at this point. You may not have a dream, you may not have a vision, but there are certain things that we need to pay attention to.
You should be able to smell it. When it's coming, sniff it, something is not right here. And that woman held on to her dream and she kept telling her husband, something is not just right. And that shows the bond between she and her son. That's the bond. Which we should, take time to build in our children. Something is wrong, we should be able to get it. That's spirit and say, hey, something is wrong with this child.
So what would you say to students in the boarding house?
Students in the boarding house, come
we went to
on.
boarding school.
Come on. I went through a hard time in my junior days, I had a hard time. The bullying and everything. And luckily for me, I became a prefect, a house prefect. But I was determined that the things I went through as a junior student, I will not repeat it to junior students because I'm in a position of power. I will not do it. History will not repeat itself again. I have many experiences where they will tell me to lie down, face the sun, and they tell me to fly my hands 180 degrees. And stupid things like being in the bathroom and stuff like that. Yes, those things made me strong. They made me street girl. I had a street life. Because I went into boarding school like a butterfly. I had no strength. I was always like, but at the end of the day, I was strong. But come on, some of these experiences were very mean, and honestly, battered children's people's psychology.
It affected a lot of students.
Yes, negatively. The psychology. Some people did not survive it. Yes, psychologically, they did not survive it. And so please, let's not be mean to one another. Come on.
Yeah. Then how about children that are being bullied? Like the case of this Don David, he kept saying that they said they would kill him. But
that is the thing of every bully. Every bully will try to silence you. Every bully will try to say something. A child that has been abused will always be told something like, I'll kill your father, I'll kill your mother. If you speak, I'll kill your father, I'll kill your mother. But I still go back to the parents. I still take it back to the parents. Let us build the confidence in our children. Let them be able to, speak with us when they are going through danger. They should be able to speak with us in spite of what the bullies have told them. Okay, children, speak up. We're even in the age of sorrow.
Speak up. Speak up,
please. Nobody can give a life and take a life that they did not give.
Yeah, exactly. Stand up to win.
If anything is not right, like I teach my children, if it is not right, if you don't feel right about it, then something is wrong. Speak
Speak up, speak to a trusted. I tell my students to speak to a trusted adult.
It's very important because not all adults are trusted. Like
some of their parents are not trusted.
You're not trusted.
You're not trusted. You're not the trusted adults. Some of them, some of them are not have parents that are not trusted adults.
Oh yes.
So I try to remind my students that you have to now, at this age, understand who a trusted adult is. Some adults that are not trusted adults. So if you begin as parents and teachers to wire this in the heads of these children, that there are people who are not trusted and there are people who are trusted.
Let's even see that word trusted, not trusted is books. Let's break it down. Who is a trusted adult?
You know what I mean by not trusted adult? This is it. So some children are abused at home. So if you're abused at home, there's no way you can take your matter, right, to your parent who is abusing. So that trusted adult may be your teacher. For some children, the only adult that is in their life that is a trusted adult is their teacher.
My simple definition for a trusted adult is someone that will listen to you and will believe you. Listen and believe you. That's because the problem, what makes someone not trusted is because the person refuses to listen to you and believe you.
And some parents are like that.
And some parents
will not listen and they will not believe.
Because it will be your fault.
Sometimes they say it's your fault.
It is your fault.
What were you? Why did you two bed wet? Can you imagine?
Bed wet.
Me too.
I've even checked this child. Do you know if this child has a problem?
Another thing that annoyed me again in that video was why he was sent from junior hostel to senior.
I mean, why?
No adults could. They said, okay, one Mr. Joseph spoke for him.
Yes, I came to defend him when Mr. Amma was flogging him.
Yeah.
I said, do you want to kill this boy? And he said, I don't care. He said, are you the one that gave birth to the boy? Are you the one that paid his bills that you don't care if you kill him or not? Come on. He was sent from junior hostel to senior hostel, and there he was not allowed to use the bathroom for 2 weeks. 2 weeks he couldn't take his bath, and then somebody called his mom again and said in deodorant he's smelling like gutter. What a psychological torture is this for this child? I can imagine when they called the child and said, why are you smelling like this? The child will still not be able to talk. He was someone that is bedwetting. He's not taking his bath. He's not probably washing his clothes properly, and you have the audacity, the guts to tell his mother he's smelling like gutter without telling the mother why he is smelling like gutter.
See, let me just ask you this last one before I take a final thought. I learned that the Commissioner for Education was more concerned about her reputation than for the boy's life. Like when they said that, I think the women on TVC also reacted to this. Like, we're like, how on earth would a woman say this? They said they should bring the boy from the hospital. The mother said, the boy is in the hospital. Why would you bring him to your office? So you cannot come down from your high horse, go into the hospital and check on this child.
Exactly.
So the woman was more concerned about, why did you take it on air? Why did you take it to social media? And they were like, you're not even concerned about the life and the health of this child. You're more concerned about your office and your reputation. So I think that's a huge problem with the politics and the politicians that we have in this part of the world, and that really annoys me. But that also tells you the kind of leaders that we have in this part of the world. They left this substance and started pursuing shadow, you know, and that's really annoying and very sad.
When I check out this issue of it is women that puts down other women. It really bothers me. It really bothers me. If your child were to be molested, would you react like the same woman, or would you be madder than her? And like she said, because she's not in one high place, that's why anybody's probably taking her case seriously. Probably if she was the daughter of a commissioner, the daughter of a governor, or blah blah blah, the world would have stopped to take. But see, the world is watching, and that's why I like social media. The woman knew where to go and fight her battle, and if you think that it's not right for her to be there, you're a joker. That is the only place her voice would have been heard. And we hear you, Mommy Don Davis. We see you, we hear you, we feel you, we respect you.
You're talking about disgrace? Please. I am the commissioner. Quickly call us now if you are watching this show and deny that you said all these things.
Right thing. So when I saw that video, I was angered in my spirit because I could feel the mother's pain. I could feel injustice. Because I remember one of the things she said was that one of the parents of the accused boy brought out a belt to flog her in that meeting, and everybody stood, nobody was stopping the man. So I just felt that it was something that people wanted to cover. They were ashamed that it got out, and instead of paying attention to the child, who has been molested. That child needs psychotherapy.
Yes.
That child needs counseling.
Yes.
That child needs a lot. Nobody's saying anything about what they are planning to do for that child to take him out of that space. It's going to take a while. That's a life that, God forbid, has already been destroyed.
We just wanted to come here to react as teachers, and then our final thought. I'd like to take a final thought. What would be your final thought? Your final words to teachers? Teachers, caregivers, nannies, school owners, directors, key stage heads, heads of department, assistant teachers, all of those titles or nomenclature, whatever it is that it is used in your place. What advice would you give?
All of them join together.
Like, yes,
I don't want to mention all the plenty things you're mentioning.
Yes, too many.
All of them join together. We're dealing with lives.
Yeah.
We're dealing with lives. It's important to pay attention to details. Attention to details, and take these lives seriously. Take this life seriously, okay? And you know, let me ask you a question. Which teacher do you remember in your school, teacher staff? Who do you remember in primary school? Hey, we went to the same primary school.
That's true. Let's stay primary school.
Yes, we went to the same primary school.
And we met again in life.
And we met again further in life, you know.
We went to the same federal government girls college, but she was on the child, right?
Yes, I was in Bida. So I was on the child, you were in Bida. Yes, we went to the same primary school. Who do you remember? Which teacher do you remember?
Mr. Dejan.
Mr. Dejan.
I never forget his name.
He's the only one I remember. I don't even know who if it was my primary 6 teacher. He's the only one who remember. Why? Because he took extra interest in us. Teachers, please take extra interest in your children. Because the children will remember. They will not remember the 1 + 1 - 2. They will remember how you taught it and how you made them feel about how you taught it. That's the only thing they will remember.
That's what they will remember. That's true. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Mercy, for coming to my channel. This is your first. Okay, no, you were in one of my vlogs. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please take a moment to hit on that subscribe button. And guess what? Keep your fingers crossed for more updates. And we'll see you later.
If you're new to my channel, click on the subscribe button, tap on the notification bell, like it, comment, and share. Thank you.